Good morning, everyone. I'm not alone here. Let's see here. Show her. There she is. That's Gwen, one of my oldest granddaughter's friends. And it's the last day of what? Summer vacation. And she got to come with my granddaughter for the last day here. Spend it with us. I'm happy to have her here. We've already had some conversations. Amazing young lady. Yes. My granddaughter has an amazing friend. And no doubt Gwen has an amazing friend.
Hi.
And my granddaughter, here she comes, just woke up.
If you can't tell.
So I want to talk just real quick about something that I've
The
seen.
beauty of me waking up in the morning.
Yes.
It's a pleasure.
Ready to go.
She introduced
This
me.
bench is probably going to be wet.
Yeah, it is. Oh. Like nice.
So, I saw something I'd like to talk about real quick, and that was that, our next generations, they won't know how to do this and that, and they're going to blah, 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 and I don't know what. And I have to say, hey, you know what? That's your problem. Because that problem doesn't exist here. And all I can say is, you build your own. You build up your own surroundings. You're the one, us, my generation, who teaches the next generation and also see the good in them. Okay? So, that's what else is there to say. I'm not going to go and look out there on who isn't doing their job or who's lazy or this or that or just about themselves, because in my surroundings that doesn't exist. And it doesn't exist with the next generations either. And this generation, these two girls here, are the generation after the one after me. Right? Yes? So, where is all this coming from? And why do we have to put our next generations, our descendants, down like that, even though, hey, would be responsible for that? Well, in my surroundings, it's not like that. I just had the most wonderful conversation about grandparents and the farm where they live at and what these children do there, and how this young lady that I just met this morning, or rather had a nice conversation with, on how she helps out at home. She's the oldest of how many brothers and sisters? 4. You're 5 with you?
Oh, no, there's 3. There's
3.
of them.
Okay, so 4 children. She's the oldest one. She helps mommy out a lot. And when my granddaughter goes over there, she helps out too, doesn't she? Yeah. You see?
She really does.
So, 2 young ladies here already learning, and I've seen that with my oldest granddaughter here, with the younger ones here, with her cousin, also helping out and kind of, keeping things going and peaceful and harmonious. There we are. 2 girls here, right? 10, are you 10 too? 10 years old, who are already from home being taught to also someday be great women, good mothers, and know their stuff. Just saying. So, can you stop? There's a few out there, that seem to be, in everybody's face, who, don't do much, have a big mouth, this, that, when it comes to the next generation. But how come then we have to put everybody in the same pot, rather than seeing also how many wonderful people are being raised in the next generation? There. Is that good? Right? Yes. Had my say. So.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
She's not awake yet. Let's get going here. We're in 1 Samuel 13. The beginning of Saul's reign. Revolt against the Philistines. Saul was years old. They don't say, it's ... Saul was ... years old when he became king. I wonder how old he was. Really, they always know everybody else's, right? From I don't know how far back here, right? We know exactly how old that one was and this one was. Right? This is much later. We don't know how old Saul was when he became king. All right. weird one. And reigned over Israel for ... years. Don't know either. Well, I don't know. Saul even exists. Saul has selected 3,000 men of Israel. 2,000 of them were with Saul at Michmash and Mishmash. Ah, that's an interesting word. And in the highlands of Bethel, and 1,000 with Jonathan at Gibeah of Benjamin. The rest of the people Saul sent home, everyone to his tent. Jonathan killed the Philistine governor stationed at Gibeah, and the Philistines were informed that the Hebrews had risen in the revolt. Why did they need to rise in the revolt? Because... yeah, you guys go. I'm not getting why. Didn't they have under Samuel all this peace and stuff? Well, anyway. Saul had the trumpet sounded throughout the country, and all Israel heard the news. Saul has killed the Philistine governor. Wait a second. It was Jonathan who killed the Philistine governor, not Saul. Oh, okay, well, let's give credit where credit is not due, huh? All right, okay, I'm just saying. Now Israel has antagonized the Philistines. Yeah, that's what you do when you go and kill someone. So all the people rallied behind Saul at Gilgal. The Philistines mustered to make war on Israel. Sounds like Israel mustered to make war on the Philistines. 3,000 chariots, 6,000 horse, and a force as numerous as the sand on the seashore. They came up and pitched camp at Mishmash to the east of Beth Aven. When the Israelites saw that their plight was desperate, being so hard pressed, the people hid in caves, in holes, in crevices, in vaults, in wells. Some also crossed the Jordan fords into the territory of Gad and Gilead. What did I say about people having a big mouth, and then when they actually are going to be confronted, they do what? Okay. I said, it's when you cater to the few, okay, that you, wait a minute. I live life. I live in reality. I'm not, what are they talking about? Just throwing everybody into the same pot of disgruntlement. Which is obviously not true. Not in my environment. My environment is pretty broad. I'm around enough children, and every one of them will be a blessing to this world. And to everyone around them. Every one of them. Yes, unless, of course, some of my generation put some weird things in their head. Okay, all right, I'm not going to go there. All right. Anywho, so, okay. I don't know. See, this is just not, this is so, again, this is so odd presented here again. On whom is against whom, and who did what, and then the consequences, and then the consequences, no doubt, have the Israelites lament again to whom? Okay, that's just, Samuel breaks with Saul. Saul was still at Gilgal, and all the people who followed him were trembling. He waited for 7 days, the period fixed by Samuel. But Samuel did not come to Gilgal, and the army, deserting Saul, began dispersing. Saul then said, "Bring me the burnt offering and the communion sacrifices." And he presented the burnt offering. Just as he had finished presenting the burnt offering, Samuel arrived, and Saul went out to meet and greet him. Samuel said, "What have you been doing?" Saul replied, "I saw the army deserting me and dispersing, and you had not come at the time fixed, while the Philistines were mustering at I can't help Mishmash. It's a Swiss word. Mishmash means kind of all mixed up. Mishmash. So I thought, now the Philistines are going to fall on me at Gilgal, and I have not implored the favor of Yahweh. So I felt obliged to make the burnt offering myself. Samuel said to Saul, "You have acted like a fool. You have not obeyed the order which Yahweh your God gave you." Which was what? Otherwise, Yahweh would have confirmed your sovereignty over Israel forever. God's never approved the sovereignty of someone else over Israel besides himself. And again, so I have to say, that's not just Saul. It's Samuel who's not guiding Saul properly. Oh, wait a minute. Generation thing here. Samuel is what? A generation ahead of Saul. And how is he teaching him? And what's going on? What's happening? Aha! Well, isn't that interesting? I had to talk about what? Generations. I find it interesting to go and blame a younger generation for something the older generation either never taught them or is misguiding them completely in the wrong direction. Right? Here they are. Well, isn't this what you wanted us to do? All right, well. But now your sovereignty will not last. Yahweh has discovered a man after his own heart and designated him as leader of his people, since you have not carried out what Yahweh ordered you. Samuel then got up and left Gilgal to continue his journey. Those people remaining followed Saul as he went to join the warriors and went from Gilgal to Geba of Benjamin. Saul reviewed the force that was with him. There were about 600 men.
Here's it. Before you start
Before
you start reading, I went down there. My sleeve is all wet now. So is her face.
Down where?
Down. I rode my bike for 2 seconds.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay.
Oh, something's dripping.
She went through the wet grass.
Oh.
It's the funniest thing. I heard stuff. I thought it was like a coyote or something. But then it was just her and her bike, and she was soaking wet. It was hilarious. It was the funniest thing ever.
Okay. I would go and wash my arms and wipe off everything because I bet you got some chiggers on you now. Last day of summer break, and you're going to be chickered up. Just go and wash off real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try to prevent chigger bites as much as we can just before school. All right, so preparations for battle. Was he even king? It sounds like it, I don't know. It doesn't really say. Oh yeah, no, it did say it was so many, and he was king for so many years. Okay, it doesn't say. It's like nobody knows. Okay, and Samuel obviously is not happy with Saul, but it doesn't really say why. And there's somebody else. Who is it? Jonathan? Who? The one that, like Moses started out with killing someone. Okay.
Daddy wants to know if we can go check on the
You guys can, if you want to go up there quietly, I don't want any ruckus up there because their mom's probably getting ready to start work already, okay? All right. Yeah, you guys can go and check on him, but, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Preparations for battle. Saul, his son Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan is his son. And the force that was with them took up their quarters in Geba of Benjamin, while the Philistines camped at Michmash. The raiding company sallied out of the Philistine camp in 3 groups. One group made for Oprah in the territory of Shual. One group made for Beth Horon, and one group made for the high ground overlooking the valley of the hyenas. No, in the direction of the desert. That's the first I heard of that one. The valley of the hyenas. Hyenas. There was not a single blacksmith throughout the territory of Israel, the Philistines' reasoning being, we do not want the Hebrews making swords or spears. What? Hence the Israelites were all in the habit of going down individually to the Philistines to sharpen their plowshares, axes, mattocks, and scythes. How could they control a big whole area like that? By now, where are the Israelites all? And what, there's not one blacksmith? Like during that time they had cell phones. Hey, there is one in the making there. We better go and make sure that that's not happening. Are you kidding me? What, the Philistines had, spies all over the place and the Israelites don't know. Okay, but how does this even make sense? Tell me. Again, where was this pulled out of? Which hat? Sometimes this sounds like a real bad media outlet, news outlet, where you have to say, huh? What? How does that make sense? All right, well, anyway. The price was 2/3 of a shekel for plowshares and axes, and 1/3 for sharpening mattocks and straightening goads. So it was that on the day of the battle, no one in the army of Saul and Jonathan was equipped with either sword or spear. Only Saul and his son, Jonathan, were so equipped. Why only Saul and his son? If they had it, why didn't others have it? Okay, whatever. I mean, they were, to begin with, just, what, lowly farmers or something in the smallest tribe of Benjamin, and now they, okay, I'm not getting it. A Philistine unit set out for the pass of Mishmash. That's the end of 13. All right. Again, it's also... Where is this going to lead? Are we being prepared for another failure where the Philistines are going to win or not? Is this where David suddenly is going to come into place? And that's what's going to turn the tide? Because David's the one that, as a little boy, I've talked about this before. Putting your faith into a 12-year-old, come on now, or something. Well, whatever, with a slingshot. Wow, really? Some men, the Israelite men, were at that time. Okay, we're going to get to that. Well, in any case, so here we are. I'm not getting why they are already on the warpath again. What reason was there? They're not giving one. Why was Saul unhappy with the Philistines? He's been king, so that means he's what? Had authority over a whole lot of people. And it seems like, I don't know. I have no idea. Samuel's nowhere to be found with Saul. Shouldn't Samuel be right next to Saul then? Oh no, wait, he's old. What about the two sons of Samuel? Are they there? Are they? Didn't I tell you? Don't know. Have no idea. Here's baby. I have no idea. Don't know what's going on, but sounds like, well, God warned Samuel. You want to go with what the people want? Fine. Not going to end well. Is it ending well? What's going on? What's going on in the rest of Israel with their king? Are they happy now? Doesn't sound like it. Saul just, I don't know, position as king now. He's become power hungry. His son, Jonathan, who follows him. Oddly enough, they're the only two who have swords and spears, and nobody else does. Why is that? Was it the Philistines who are controlling that? I find it interesting that for some people,
Mom,
yes.
starting at 9, I have a site visit, and it probably shouldn't go till maybe
So
11.
no TV on or this or
Yeah,
that.
no
or
TV, everybody's kind of quiet.
Quiet.
So,
9 o'clock.
yeah.
Just let me know when you're done with it then.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Communication. See? Yes. Anyway, so well anyway. It's getting busy here, as everybody can tell, so we're going to finish this up today. Going to enjoy one more day with the whole crew plus. And, yeah, I love it. I love being around children. It's so rewarding, and to see their personalities and character, and how important it is for us. Don't close the door, guys. Close the door. On how important it is to be a good guidance out there, us older generations to our younger generations. Don't blame them. If you want to blame someone for the shortcomings out there of some, blame it on yourself. Yes. There we go. God's love and blessings always. May He protect you, and I will talk to y'all another time.